Good evening, everybody. It's the Mallon Truth Livestream channel back on again. Happy Canada Day to everybody. I mean, Canada has so much to be proud of. I'll be making some comments later on about that topic, but I'll just show you the screen here. Yes, Canada has a lot to be proud of what we've done to our native peoples. We're finding here in Canada basically thousands of unmarked, some mass graves of native children as recent as the early 1900s, 1930s, 1940s, of bodies of children that were murdered, sexually molested, taken out of their homes to, as the Canadian government said, to drive the Indian out of them and make them more like us. So they wouldn't learn their language. They wouldn't learn their ways of life. They wouldn't fit in back with the native people. And they never fit in with the white people. I know some of this because my family tree goes back to those days, as I'm part native. And seeing these mass graves and the stories of survivors, I would ask that anybody who watches this channel, I'm not going to preach to you, but I would ask you to look up on YouTube and Google the program of the Canadian residential schools and what was done to these people. People that are my age that are still damaged from it. I'm afraid it didn't affect me because my mother told me when I was young in public school that the reason my skin was a little darker than the other kids' skin and that I had black hair is that I had Italian in my background. She was even too goddamn ashamed to tell a 6-year-old boy that he had a native history. Oh, that's sad. So when they start shooting off fireworks in an hour or so, they can shove them right up their arse. Because as long as there's a native person on this world that has suffered from the abuse of the Roman Catholic Church as well as other Protestant churches, sexual abuse from nuns, sexual abuse from priests, sexual abuse from pastors, children that were beaten to death and just put out in the field in a shallow grave and covered over without even so much as a cross to mark where the body was. Why would they put a cross on it? I mean, they weren't Christians, were they? They were forced into becoming Christians, but they weren't Christians. So before you start looking back and saying, oh, Canada is such a great country, we are guilty of the same genocide that happened in the United States and other American countries in North America, to steal their land, to steal their lives, steal their way of life. So happy Canada Day, everybody. And I'll let this go now because I'm sure you don't want to hear a speech from me. Not that I have any right to give a speech about this, but to think that this was done and that many of these schools still stand to this day. There's a school in Spanish, Ontario, that still stands, a residential school. So lots to be proud of, Canada. Good one. Well, back to our main topic. Mr. Snott, Mallon. How are you doing? I see you did a change about again after losing your friends that were doing live streams with you. You've come up with a new plan now. Making these short videos, still continuing on with the same boring, incessant bullshit, repeating the same thing you've been repeating since you started your channel about how the life works and how people should go to, if they're going to go to Thailand and if they're going to try to start a life there. You only want to talk to is Snott Mallon. Let's think about that, people. If you were going to, especially you younger people out there, if you were going to decide that you wanted to visit Thailand, stay for 6 months, try it out, maybe make a life there, would you follow Snott Mallon's roadmap? How to move to another country, do next to nothing, turn 58 years old, and still own nothing, not even your own home. Theoretically, his landlady could go up and say, I'm tearing this place down, get out. And he's got to move. Yeah, you've done a smart job, Snott. You have a history, as long as I've known of you, of using people for your own ends, for money, to help support you. You've used and lost so many friends that I can't even begin to count them anymore. You know, you I don't even remember the names of the people that were on, that were followers and were interested in your channel back when I started. And you had a couple veterans that you were friends with until you used them and they left you in a big fight. And now it seems like you've alienated yourself from Lori, from Soy Dog Cowboy. Even Chucky doesn't want to appear on your streams anymore. But you've got the message. You've got the map for success on how to move and how to become an expat in Thailand. Live in a cheap little townhouse. Live as cheaply as possible. Go to the mall, have a coffee, then sneak over like a greedy little rat and stuff your face at a restaurant while your family was eating much lower class food than what you were eating. And I haven't been answering my chat yet, so let's take a look at it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a sobering start, but it is a sad history, and it's one that has to be said. I can't say I was badly done by being part Native. I became well educated, had a good job for 35 years, bought property, became financially successful to what I wanted in life. I was lucky. And now it seems like Loudmouth Mallon says here, his pal in Japan had better be paid for trying to help him manage his channel. Maybe you're right, Loudmouth. Maybe he is taking advice from Tokyo Sam. Doesn't matter. It'll all work out to the same anyway. People, he's so deluded. Snott, you're so deluded. You're so deluded that you think that your content is worth money. That if people want to talk on your chat, want to type away on your chat, they have to become a channel member. They have to pay you. What the fuck do you have that's worth anything? You have nothing. I do believe that Longhorns is probably in Bangkok now. I'm not sure when he was supposed to land. That's a lost cause. There's nothing you can do. He's Longhorns is going to follow Daddy Snott for as long as he can, and that's fine. Good for him. Until Snott finally sucks something out of him that hurts him. Snott Mallon has a plan for Longhorns. You can be sure of that. So your new way of doing things is only temporary. I would like to share, because my Mr. Loudmouth Mallon hasn't been doing that many videos yet. But let's go back to happier days. for Snott Mallon. Days when he had people on his chats.
Well, the United States can impose a lot of things like the imports. Employers can start saying, employers that are getting some of these loans or they have small business loans and things like that, can say, listen, in the interest of our self-preservation, we need to make sure all of our employees are vaccinated. If you're not vaccinated by this date, we're going to have to let you go. Chucky. Don't push me, Chucky.
Don't push me, Chucky.
I'm pushing your butt. Oh, shut up, Chuck. God damn it. Fucking God. Chucky, I gotta say that, and I want to say this publicly because, I give you a ton of shit, but I will say this. You have made me laugh probably more than...
Yes, he does know how to edit a little bit, but I think his son is involved right now doing the editing.
Or wherever, but you have made me laugh probably more than anybody I know. You have been a very good sport, and you know that I'm...
Let's see what else let's click out of here and we'll go back to another one. One that... one that I find particularly entertaining. Find it very, very entertaining. Just got to scroll down here. For those of you that have not looked at Loudmouth Mallon's channel, you have to go and subscribe and check it out, because he's got a lot of good quality videos that he's made up. Okay, I guess I missed it. Let me see here. We're all friends here. I don't have to be... I can leave a little bit of dead air now and then while I look. See, I don't think that I'm a Joe Rogan the way Snott Mallon thinks he is. I'll put this one on.
That's why I'm not so fucking friendly, all right? Excuse me, but if you don't like it, you can fuck off, all right? Really, that's it. Goodbye.
We've asked a lot of questions, Jen. What BTS? They're building a BTS. Why would I have taken the BTS? Again, you assume I don't know what I'm doing, a vacant overflow. I mean, I've lived here a long time. There's a reason why I'm not taking the BTS. It's either I don't want to, or I can't. And there is no BTS that comes here and goes to where I'm going, and it's much easier to get in a taxi and take you door to door. Yeah, well, okay, so there's no MRT. What would you like me to do?
Yeah, you could hear her drinking, could you?
Because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And you're telling me to take an MRT, and there is no MRT. So what do you want me to do? Really? Wake up. Stop being a dildo. No, there's no MRT. What the fuck don't you understand, buddy? I think you should get on a map, and if you knew it was 179 baht, and I gave him a 21 baht tip. And if you want to ride a motorcycle here, you ride a motorcycle here. I told you, I've been here 26 years. I know how to get around. It's my fault if there's an accident, no matter what. So it's not going to happen.
You've been there 26 years, and all you really know is how to get around. Very good.
Listen, this is the last time I'm going to tell you. It will take me 30 minutes by a taxi to get to the MRT. So I made the right move. End of story. Don't say another word about it. Or I'll consider you a troll and disband you. I'm going to shit how much money you give.
Oh. Get down, Pop. Get down. That hurts. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Look, I'll tell you what. Hey, guys, why don't you take the fucking MRT? Because the MRT is fucking 30 minutes to 45 minutes away from here. Oh, guys, why don't you take the beaches? How many fucking times I gotta tell you this? That's why I'm not so fucking friendly, alright? Excuse me, but if you don't like it, you can fuck off, alright? Really, that's it. Goodbye. Both of you can fuck off. I don't give a shit. Fuck off. Absolutely none of this bullshit.
Yeah, you know, you can hear the dog drinking in the background, eh? See, I'm not like your Mr. Snott. I don't abuse animals. I've got an 80-pound female Rottweiler now, and she thinks she's a, she still thinks she's a puppy that can sit on my lap. Yeah, I've been wondering why you haven't been making videos. Mind you, he's purposely not giving very much content that we can use right now. But never fear, that will change. And as for my plans this year, I'm going out in the 32-footer for maybe a week and a half. Gonna go out and drop anchor behind a nice island somewhere. Have some barbecues. Enjoy the rocking motion of the water as I sleep with my friend who's going to be coming with me. Other than that, not that much. It's going to be pretty quiet. I'm involved in some shooting competitions right now, so I'm enjoying that. So I'm still doing pretty good for an old man. Hell of a lot better than Snott is, anyway. So what is going to happen to your channel, Snott Mallon? This isn't going to work. I can tell you that right now. Apparently, your members only live stream didn't last very long, did it? Because even your long-term viewers, including, I believe, Soy Dog and Chucky and Laurie, I don't think even they're members of your channel. So do you think people are going to pay to chat with you? You should be paying us for the views. You're a slime ball, Snott. You always will be. And I'm just sitting back waiting. We all are. For you to start giving us some content so we can start hitting you some more. I'm a little upset that I haven't seen your channel go down yet. I can't get a hold of my buddy right now because he's on a vacation, vlogging a vacation in a different country right now. He's got the jab Tuesday. Some foreign. Well, he's getting the China vaccine, isn't he? Good God, I wouldn't want to get jabbed with that. I have had both injections of the Moderna, and the first one made me feel a little crappy. Second one, no problem. Exactly, the China one. The said he would. The one he said he would never get. You see, this is how his feeble mind works. Is he weighs the benefits and the downfalls of everything, and he says to himself, "Well, I'll take the China vaccine because the Moderna vaccine is available in Thailand, definitely in Bangkok, for around $200 per jab." Now, if I was him and the father of those two boys and my wife, I would tell all three of them that they're not getting that China vaccine, that if you're going to get vaccinated, you're going to get vaccinated with me, with at least the safest vaccine we can get. But since everything for him is a investment, and he doesn't want to spend a nickel on anything because he hasn't got it. You know, he's got maybe, I would guess, let's say he's got $800 saved up in $800 saved up in the bank for his next vacation, wherever he's going to go, his next epic trip of nothingness. Let's see, what should he do? Should he walk across Thailand? Oh, no, can't do that. He tried that already. His feet blistered up. He got all sore. Came home, blamed it on his wife. That said she forced me to come home because she didn't want me taking a chance with my life walking out here. Well, he had her peeling dead skin off his feet, and oh, good God, I can't even think about it. I believe the channel, his channel, is in the emergencies ward right now. He's getting CPR, probably on a ventilator, feeding tubes. And it's still at 14.4, where it's been for ever and ever and ever. So yeah, beach ball. You're a failure as a man. You're a failure as a father. You're a failure as a husband. You're a failure as a provider. And you're a YouTube failure. Loudmouth Mallon. I look back at his video list. He's tried a big Thailand walk adventure every other year, cooking with his family. I know he has. Someday he'll make it, maybe, but I doubt it. And secondly, Nobody cares. I mean, if you look at Twitchy, for instance, Twitchy has been all over Thailand in a car. He's visited all over Thailand. Twitchy's seen more of Thailand than Beachball has. But soon, Beachball will be, like I have said, back in the United States, living on whatever he can get out of the government and his parents' death, with a failed marriage, be living with all his friends. So I hope, Loudmouth, that and SM Prop, that you guys try to make up a couple vids. I miss not seeing them. I must say that. I'm not going to continue on here for an hour because it doesn't make any sense to do it, because there's really nothing to talk about because he's not doing anything. What will he do after his channel ceases to exist? I don't know. I really, really don't know what he will do in his channel. So much of his self-image is based off of this YouTube channel. I'll be totally honest with everybody out there, and I'm getting more viewers than I usually get. I got 7 viewing now. Hello, Snott. Hello, Longhorns. How are you? Because I know you're out there. It's a pain in the ass for me to come on here once a week. I'm certainly not going to put in the time it would take to write out a script of things I want to talk about and things I want to say, because this is YouTube. It's not worth anything. I'm not going to put the time into it because it's got no use. The use of this channel is to shut down another channel, and mainly to warn people. So I'm going to say it again to anybody that's new to the Thailand scene. And if you happen to see one of our videos, don't fall for any of his bullshit, and do not give the slime ball any money. And don't bolster his enlarged ego. Don't bolster his enlarged ego. I mean, why would people get an ego in the first place? I've been in the shooting sports for 40 years. I started boating in my 20s. I got my first beginner yacht, which was only a 26-footer, when I was in my mid-30s. It's nothing to brag about. It's the things that I've accomplished in life are just things that I enjoyed. They're not me. The person that makes me me is how I am to my children, my grandchildren. The fact that I can afford to live well, and I don't have to go on YouTube or any other social media begging for money. And I'm happy about my little YouTube channel here that I get to meet some good people. And you know who you are. Go down to 4. See, when I said hello to them, they signed off. They couldn't take it anymore. They disappeared. Once again, I'll make the offer because I'm going to be shutting this down shortly. Snott Mallon. Post a comment and I'll put the link up and you can come on and we can talk. And you can tell me why I've got it so wrong and why the other people, the other members here, have it so wrong to be on your ass. We'll time it. We'll give you a few minutes to see if you have the balls to type something in. Or Billy, type something in. Tell me I'm an asshole. It's not hard to find me. Well, I'm not looking for any apologies or any thank yous. And I hope Lori has learned her lesson. I don't know if Chucky has the cerebral ability to spot a bad guy the way most of us do. What do you think? Let's just play this to keep us occupied.
Gotta go there, okay? I'm not gonna say you haven't been with me, you have. And I appreciate it. But you do not need, if you want to be good to me, please don't give me shit in my chat. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about, Lori, so why don't you be specific instead of jumping on my ass? Having fun, Chucky? So what I'm gonna say is please don't tell me what to do.
What a blank looking stare from Chuck.
How I must be, okay? I don't need it.
Wow, man.
And you're not in a position where you can tell me you're not my wife, you're not my mother, you're not my boss, so just please stop. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I don't want to talk to anybody the way that I just was talking to Lori. I don't care if they're a woman or a man. I don't want to talk that way to people, but don't come in and tell me how I need to be.
But Lori, if you're disappointed in me, that's your issue.
Somebody needs to tell you how you should act and how you should behave.
I don't want
Snott
you
Mallon.
disappointed in me, but I can't control how you feel. So please don't bring this shit up in the chat, okay? And I'm not gonna listen. I don't need to go through this shit. I don't need the drama. I don't need this drama from you.
Oh, Snott, you have a lot more drama coming before your channel shuts down. Lots of drama. I promise you that.
You did it before. You did it before when I was in Hong Kong, and that's why we didn't talk for so long. Let's just get it out there. You fucking tell me how I'm supposed to be and how I need to think and all these other things. You're not in a position to be telling me these things. Okay? I can't keep up with this shit, Morty. Don't you understand? I'm doing 5 things at once and you expect me to do everything and you expect it to be a certain way. Well, it's going to be my way and that's the only way it's going to be. If you think it's all about me, that's right, it is all about me. It's my fucking chat. It's my stream. You want to do something, do it yourself. Don't give me shit. God damn, you act like you're my fucking wife, man. All that no conversations about your dog and about your mother and about your family and everything else. They always roll around. I'm not gonna fucking continue.
Well, what is this?
If you're gone, you're gone. Otherwise, please shut
See,
up.
Scott, that's called a vehicle.
I'm just telling you that you are.
That's a carport to keep the rain off your vehicle,
You don't have the right
even out at your camp
to be. It's
or
very
cottage
simple.
or whatever you want to call this old place that I'm at right now.
Shit, I wasn't trying to mean anybody. I wasn't doing anything maliciously. So it's as simple as that. Who are you to tell me?
They're all saying Dennis was right all along. I should have heeded his warnings. No, I don't think any of them are saying that.
What are you upset with me about?
I have been to Russia and Ukraine.
It seems like Snott can do no wrong in Billy's eyes. It's all a joke. Seems that Longhorns, maybe this is acceptable to him. I don't know. I try to respect Longhorns because of his service record. But getting harder and harder, people, to respect this guy. You're a fucking animal, Mallon. You need to be taken out in the back 40, into a tree, and whipped to start with. If he could abuse a woman like that and show the anger, hatred, and the temper, malice, disregard, what must it be like in that house to be alone with him? This is the plan, see, as far as I'm concerned, is that the wife will leave him and the boys will protect her. And you know what? I really hope for her sake. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny too. That Greg 25 years of simulcast that live stream and whatever makes her happy with her sons, her grandchildren, and whatever else she enjoys. Because the hell that she's been through the last 18 years, that fucking woman deserves it. There we go, people. That's it for that, I guess. So, once again, happy Canada Day. We succeeded at murdering thousands and thousands and thousands of Native children, in damaging many more thousands of Native people who lived with the nightmares of being beaten with leather straps, with switches. I don't know if you know what a switch is, but a switch is basically a branch off a tree used as a whip. And these people are still living in their households today. And if any of you people happen to come across this, which is doubtful, but if any of you come across this, I'm sorry for the white blood I have in me. As far as I'm concerned, every statue of Sir John A. Macdonald, the first Prime Minister of Canada, along with all the other politicians who said, and the wording, people, the wording was, and please look this up. Go to the final. It's the same wording that the Nazis used about the Jews. The final solution to the native problem in Canada. We had our final solution too. The Germans, it was gas chambers and furnaces. In my country, it was the residential schools and turning these people into homeless people, people without a culture, people that have had to live with the thoughts of being violated. So I hope that the 5 of you that are watching right now, and at least some of you who watch this later, I hope that you give 1 hour. That's what I ask of you. Do 1 hour of research and listen to survivors of the residential school system in Canada and hear their stories. There's one man on that was interviewed by a television station, CBC, I think it was, who went back to the boiler room where a priest, a Roman Catholic priest, would bring the little 8-year-old kid down to and strip him, sodomize him, and do all sorts of horrible things. We all know what Snott Mallon's thought about that is, isn't it? It's okay to dress up a little Thai girl, Cambodian girl, Laotian girl in a miniskirt, makeup, and bright red lipstick, and farm her out to farangs. Well, those feelings aren't shared by Dennis. I hope all of you that abuse those children that are dead now are burning in hell. There is no forgiveness on this planet or anywhere else for what you've done. So I ask all of you to give at least an hour of research into what happened here. And just to let you know, the last residential school, to my knowledge, closed in 1960. That's 4 years after my birth. That's a scary, scary thing. Thank you for participating in tonight's live stream. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Longhorns, for the thumbs down. Appreciate it. I think that's my first one that I've noticed anyway. Clap, 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 clap. Come on, give me some more. As if I give a shit. Thumbs down means I'm getting to somebody. So anyway, God bless you all. Please do a little study on this Canada Day, to what was done to our native peoples, and give your kids a hug, or your grandchildren a hug, and a kiss on the cheek. Tell them you love them. and tell them you're always there for them. Good night, all.